So what do poltergeist activity, haunted houses, and these metallic spheres that people are seeing all over the world have to do with each other? Well, that's precisely what my next guest, Patrick Jackson, has been investigating for over 10 years. He even wrote a book on it. So this Saturday, 2 to 4 on an X Live space, I'll be interviewing him. So come check it out. We're going to deep dive into the sphere phenomenon. So his theory posits that these spheres are part of a AI controlled planetary defense network, and that they're actually responsible for most of the poltergeist and paranormal activity that we experience on this planet. And here's how he got to that. It's super fascinating. So, a long time ago, he had a paranormal experience. I'll let him tell you about it. But it sent him looking for answers. He had never had anything like that happen before. So he started questioning, what is this? What could have caused this? So he dives into the paranormal world, even gets some professional ghost hunters, and they go to the most famous haunted houses in Europe, and they start investigating. And he is a systems analyst. He reverse engineers things for a living and looks for patterns in everything. So he starts seeing patterns in these poltergeists. And you would think, patterns and poltergeists, it seems like such a chaotic, random thing, but it's not. There's tons of repeating patterns in them. All over the world, all through time, people have the same poltergeist activities. You're in a house or some sort of a sphere, things start happening, like things flying off shelves, doors slamming shut, windows opening and closing, things that seem to drive you out of the place. It scares you, right? Almost like a scarecrow type effect. So, why would they be driving you out of the house? And why does it only happen sometimes? And why are the effects always the same no matter where you are in the world and hundreds of years ago versus now? So he saw these repeating patterns and he started investigating. Then, at the same time, he starts noticing these spheres in the sky and seeing all these pictures and videos come flooding in from all over the world of these spheres in the sky. So he's like, I wonder if those spheres have anything to do with the spheres in the house. Like, how could they? It's two totally different things. One's a glowing sphere in a house, and the other are these metallic orbs out in space and, around UFOs. I mean, if you look at all these old pictures of UFOs, there's almost always three spheres around them. And then, you see these spheres around like missile launches and space shuttle launches and space station, and you see them around Air Force One pictures, you see them around, Blue Angels air shows. They're all over the place. And then the more you start noticing, the more you see them. And now you're starting to see cell phone pictures and videos coming in constantly of these spheres everywhere. So he's like, okay, let me dive into this. Again, he's a systems analyst, so he's looking for patterns. And he finds all sorts of patterns of these spheres. They seem to be operating with this daisy chain type of a network where it's ground-based, probably line of sight, like a microwave type network where you have the type 3 spheres on the ground that relay up to the types 2 spheres, and then at the top you have the type 1 spheres, which are usually in threes, and they seem to be the ones that are roaming the planet looking for things. They have like a threat identification type purpose, and they're looking for threats, whether it's an asteroid or a meteor or a UAP, a UFO. And when they identify the threat, then it sends off this chain reaction, and then the type 3 spheres that are ground-based, which are usually hiding in houses, right, to cloak themselves, they have to activate. Well, when they activate, if a human's around, it's harmful to the human because there's like a radiation effect. So what it does, because it's rule-based, and it seems like, thankfully, one of the rules is to protect humans, it has to clear the humans out of the space. So it initiates all of these consciousness and physical poltergeist-type effects. And it will do things to scare the humans. Not hurt them, but scare them. So they run away so it can perform its task. Now, this is pretty amazing. But then you start to think, okay, oh my God, so many rabbit holes we can go down. Because if these are Earth-based and they're here to protect Earth, what are they protecting Earth from? And then who's controlling them? And if they're ground-based, then that means there's probably some sort of a station or relay or something either on the ground or inside the Earth. And that leads to what is conceivably the next, step in this is, who are the controllers? Because they're AI based, but there's going to be a controller. And it leads you to the ultraterrestrial hypothesis and what I've talked about so many times. The Atlantean, Greek gods, Olympians, Anunnaki, all these beings being the same people, and that they're not from other planets, they live inside of our Earth. And that they would have this global defense network that is protecting Earth and protecting us because vicariously, we're a part of this whole system here. And, you can go down a gazillion rabbit holes with this whole thing. But in a nutshell, that's what Patrick Jackson has stumbled upon, is that the spheres that we see in the sky, the metallic ones that seem to be harassing airplanes and our military and UFOs and actually shooting things down, are actually connected to a ground-based sphere network. It's all connected. There's 3 types of them. And that when those activate, they cause these paranormal poltergeist type activities as a way to protect humans. And that this is all related because it's all part of a network. How fascinating is that? So this Saturday, we're going to talk about this and a lot more. So you should join us. It's going to be from 2 to 4 Central Standard Time on X. You can go to it's Digi Jordan, D-I-G-I Jordan on Twitter, and join us. And we're going to dive deep into this. You'll have a chance to ask questions. And a lot of people have different theories about the orbs and the spheres. This is just one, but this guy has been researching this for way longer than most people even knew that this was a thing. He is talking to a lot of higher ups right now. They're very interested in his theory and his information. He takes this very seriously, has compiled a ton of data, and he looks at this from a networking point of view, not just some natural occurring phenomenon. This is actually a system, an artificial system that's put in place by someone. So let's talk about all that. And let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? How fascinating is this? And what is your opinion on these spheres? The orbs, are they the same thing? Are they two different phenomenon? How's this all connected? Let's get to the bottom of this, guys. Let me know what you think. Have a beautiful day. Peace.